All right, Joellen, we're going to talk about some great landscape options. The first one we'll talk about, false cypress. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the Chamaecyparis. There's a lot of them. It's a coniferous evergreen, which means it stays green all year long, which is nice in the landscape. There is a very large, diverse group. There are 60 feet plus trees in it, and there are dwarf miniature plants that only measure in inches. So
that is dwarf.
It's a very diverse group and large. Now, some of them are fast growing and some of them are slow growing.
Okay.
The ones that are fast growing tend to be the larger ones. Some of the rock garden and small ones, they don't grow very fast at all, which is why they only stay inches tall.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
And the larger ones are used like hedges, you know, in the landscape. You know, you can get several of them and make a little hedge, get different kinds, and mix it up with other plants because you don't want a monoculture in a hedge. Then some of the smaller ones, because they're so unique in their shapes and sizes and colors, that they're mostly used as specimens. You can put them in a container or just in the landscape, but you don't en masse plant them.
Okay.
It's not one of those kind of plants. It's more of a specimen specialty plant.
Okay.
And of course, the Chamaecyparises that are most used in the South are the obtuse and piscifera varieties and cultivars of those, and there are many of them, many, many, many. A lot of the leaves are curled and twisted, and some of them are just like little cords. And they're all very, very interesting and unique in their own shapes and sizes. They like well-drained soil.
Okay.
So we don't tend to have that so much in the South, in this area. So, you know, try to create a condition where there is a well-drained area.
Okay.
Now, I have successfully planted these in the ground, but I was careful of where I placed them, and I've had them for years.
Okay.
But you do have to worry about that, and they do like sun, so don't give them too much shade.
Full sun?
Not full sun.
Not full sun.
But, well, the larger varieties like full sun, but the smaller varieties could use some shade here in this area.
Okay.
But they can take quite a bit of sun. Container is a good place to put them. In fact, the smaller varieties really do well in rock gardens. And the new hypertufa containers that they're making, they always want a dwarf, you know, Chamaecyparis to put in there because they're so unique and they're so small.
Okay.
They're relatively free of insect pests too. Nothing really
That's a good thing.
gets on them. Now I have seen bagworms get on them, but of course, you know, bagworms get on
They get on everything.
Get on.
Right. That sounds pretty good though.
It's easy care. I like that. Put it in a pot. Doesn't need much water. Can take some sun.
I think I could do that.
Cute little specimen plants. That sounds exciting.
Now there's one more I want to mention.
Go ahead and mention.
And that is the false cypress that is native to the United States.
Oh, sure.
There's one that's native. It starts in Maine, goes down to it's a coastal plant mostly.
Okay.
In Maine, down to Florida, and then in Alabama and Mississippi. And you'll find it in wet areas, which is why it is so unusual because the others don't particularly care for that much water.
I got you.
But since these are larger cypresses and they like the sunshine, they have figured out they don't want to be in competition with everything else that's around around them. So they have found that if they live in a wet area, they can get into full sun.
Okay. And what's the name of that variety?
It's thyoides.
Okay.
Thyoides. Thyoides. Chamaecyparis thyoides. And it is native to the United States. And what they're trying to do, there are quite a few cultivars of it that are going, you know, so that it might be available, but it might be available in a catalog. It may not be in a garden center around you. You should have one or two somewhere. They're just so unusual and interesting.
All right. So Joellen says get one or two of those.
You've convinced me. I'm getting one.
That sounds good. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.